Ilatorious, victorialis, Erastus, necessitas, Ariaric, despondeo, Spiritus Abdomio, Patriarcha Gladiator, Afflictio Divinitas salutaras, Vertivas libertas, Ilatorious, victorialis, Erastus, necessitas, Ariaric, despondeo, Spiritus Abdomio, Patriarcha Gladiator, Afflictio Divinitas salutaras, Vertivas libertas.
Hello my friends, this is the Order. Welcome back to the Order. I'm Celtic Templar and welcome back to the Order. And today for this how-to video we're going to be getting into how to dress as the Gothic warrior. Now, if y'all saw my last video with the Gothic noble, major point I had to put out here, there's a difference between the Gothic noble and the Gothic warrior. For one, I am actually what you call a common soldier in the Gothic army. And in doing so, I am dressed pretty much in, well, the attire of a Gothic warrior, but I am using the equipment mostly of the Roman army. Now, these guys would actually be known as the foederati, or the foederati, which were, well, mercenaries fighting for the Roman Empire. These German warriors of the Goths would mostly equip themselves with equipment and weaponry of the late Roman Empire, such as the helmet I'm wearing right now. This one would be the most common. Now, there is an account that states that they also would somewhat wear mail, but not as much. Because one, I didn't want y'all to get confused with our other Gothic noble video, so I decided to wear no mail for this video. So yeah. Now, equipment and weaponry that they used would be as follows. Since I would be part of the Roman army, would mostly use well-equipped of the late Roman armies, such as a helmet, sometimes armor, and as well weaponry, mainly either a spear or the infamous spatha sword. Now though, these were not meant for cutting usage like people think. This was actually mostly meant for thrusting use, behind the shield. And that's how the Germanic warriors such as the Goths would have fought. They would have fought in a form of shield-like formation, and when it comes down to it, they would also thrust inward with the shield formation, not do hacking blows mostly, which you'll see me do time to time to show my point. Now many of y'all also wonder, the Templar, what about those that weren't given any chance of having a sword? Well, I'm glad you asked. They would also use this, a hand axe, and these would be the most common out of it, which kind of obvious why. These were cheaper to manufacture. Behind the shield, these things were very dangerous, and that's why the Goths still used them as an overhead weapon to hit the opponent into the head. Mostly, the most common hit melee would either be the javelin or the spear. Now, it's around 14 to 16 degrees out here, so yeah, you'll see me breathing and all that, and you'll see my breath, and I actually feel less cold than I normally do in this type of weather, and that's the thing. I'm a Texan, and we're not used to this cold. Now, the shield would mostly be of a round shield design, and many people will automatically look at me and think, oh, this isn't a Germanic warrior, this isn't a Gothic warrior, this looks like a Roman. That's where you're wrong. I am definitely a Gothic warrior. So, as you can tell, this actually is very type of ambitious of me to do, but it's very lacking in equipment and armor. This is why the most common Gothic warriors you saw on the battlefield were not the nobles like you saw in my last video, but were actually soldiers like this. So, yeah, sit back, relax, and watch me move around for you. Well, I hope y'all like that, a little bit of emotion and movement. Now, as I said, it's 14 to 16 degrees out here, and that's saying how cold it is. Now, the fact is, I'm moving without any fatigue. I feel no problem with the movement in my hands. I can easily take my sword, do my thrust, I could easily use my axe, do a concussive blow to the head. But the thing is, I don't feel much fatigue. This is probably why the late Roman army had so many of these guys. Because one, these guys were used to the icy north, and they wanted them at the border of the Rhine River and Danube in order to keep out other barbarian tribes from invading Rome. Now, as y'all can understand, the equipment that I'm wearing is mostly that of Germanic, mainly with the tunic and such. But the sword and as well the helmet are, well, that's definitely Roman. Now, a very horrifying thing to believe though is that the Goths actually sacked the city of Rome and would later actually establish their own kingdoms, such as the lands of in both Italy and Iberia, such as lands of Visigoths and the Ostrogoths, but would later be conquered. Now, they would have worn various of helmets, but it depended on their status of wealth. Now, as I said, this equipment is mainly used of the common Germanic warrior, or the common Gothic warrior at that time period. Meaning my equipment would pretty much, well, be that of the type of timeline of what they will look like. Now, there are some accounts, though, that state all the Germanic warriors by the end of the, like every Germanic warrior was the same. That is actually not exactly true. You'll probably see me do later videos somewhere down the line of me doing the Frankish warrior or the Vandal warrior or something to show my point. But, yeah. But anyways, guys, like and subscribe for more, and as well click the bell button for notifications whenever another video comes up. And in doing so, it helps the channel grow. And in doing so, the more the channel grows, the lot easier it will be for me to put the well, equipment like this together. But anyways, guys, hopefully see y'all in the next one. And if y'all have any suggestions for another how-to video, let me know in the comments below. I'll be happy to look at it. Anyways, guys, it's been Celtic Templar. Have a great day, y'all.